Yo, what is Greatness State? It is the radio rap star, your favorite DJ's favorite television champion, still currently the 5th Ring Wars Carolina television champion, the voice of choice that makes the ladies noise, and a guy that can't find his other phone. It is G Money in the house. Watch your mouth. And I'm being joined by...
It is me, the very best talk wrestling. It's DB. I'm here.
We are here. It's been a couple weeks, but we are back. It's Smash the Mat. And we originally jumped into this show. We knew when we planned it last week that we were going to be making predictions. We were just like, yes, we're going to talk about AEW All In. We're going to talk about NWA 75. We were going to talk about the trending topics of wrestling. Yeah. And then on Tuesday, we lost one of the greatest of all time.
One of the legends of the game, like for real.
We lost Terry Funk on Tuesday. And then a couple hours ago, I'm talking about, I was just talking to DB. I was like, hey, I'm going to set up the show.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Terry Funk and we're going to do these predictions. And then he's like, and the breaking news, Bray Wyatt passed. And I said, bullshit.
I know.
That was my words. I wrote it out. Bullshit. And then I checked the RWC group chat and they threw in the tweet.
Yeah.
They threw in the tweet from Triple H, man.
Yeah, Triple H himself tweeted. He got the news from wrestling legend Mike Rotunda. Of course, we know him as IRS.
Erwin R. Shyster.
Erwin R. Shyster, legendary. And yes, that was his son. Wyndham Rotunda, who better known to all around the world as Bray Wyatt, which really sad story.
I'm talking about, talk about getting punched in the gut.
Yes.
Bro, like Terry Funk was bad enough.
Yeah.
It was like, dang. I was like, Terry Funk, he was 79 years old.
Yeah.
You know, he lived a great life. You know, everybody's got to go sometime.
Yeah.
But we're sad he's gone.
Very sad.
Bray Wyatt, that one caught me right there in the jaw. That one knocked me loose, bro.
So rough. Like,
that knocked me loose. I didn't want to lose Terry Funk.
Yeah. I mean,
damn sure didn't want to lose Bray Wyatt.
I mean, they said flat out Terry Funk, he'd been dealing with a lot of injuries and he was in a wheelchair when they saw him recently. They posted a picture. It's just, wrestling's a tough sport. It is a tough thing to do, so your body does wear down. And Terry Funk, one of the originators of the hardcore style, and wrestled all around the world and then some, facing Flair, Cactus Jack, and also partnering with him. He is your guy.
He won the NWA championship in 1975.
Yes,
defeating Jack Briscoe,
one of the true wrestling legends. So it's really sad. But Bray Wyatt's one of our recent guys. Like he was one of the most original wrestlers that WWE has ever had, especially being a third generation superstar. But then to go on and create an iconic character that so many people all around the world loved, including a lot of people around our age in our generation. And again, he's had many versions of this character, including the most iconic, which it became The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, Firefly Funhouse, and then the original Fireflies when him and another person who we've lost, Brody Lee, Harper, and Eric Rowan, like epic team, some of the best characters that we've seen ever in the WWE and in wrestling as a whole. So it's really sad because it wasn't that long ago we lost Brody Lee.
No, it really wasn't.
And they said that Bray especially took it really hard, losing him. And then
that was 2020.
And that was 2020. So
November 2020.
And now we've lost Bray. And really sad, 36 years old.
Bro, come on, man. My,
So
and you know Edwin said something.
yeah,
Nobody born in '87 should be leaving this earth.
that is
Absolutely
true.
right.
That is true.
Absolutely correct.
It's never good. A lot of people I know you take for granted these people that are doing what they do. In fact, what you do, G, being wrestlers
Yeah.
and bringing that entertainment across the world, or entertaining people and crowds and stuff. And so it's good that you can appreciate, but it is a hard thing to feel whenever you do lose someone, especially at such a young age. So again, I send the prayers to the Rotunda family, and then of course his wife JoJo. They have two kids, two young kids, and he also has kids from his previous relationship. So it's just really sad. Or also not long ago when we lost Jay Briscoe,
Yeah.
like really young, talented wrestlers that spread joy all across the world. So it is sad. It's sad. I thought, again, one of the best characters that they've ever had, and he just returned last year too.
Let's return last year.
Um,
And like what took the show so long was because it happened so fast.
yeah,
I just got home and I'm
hmm
sitting here like I'm rushing home. Let me find some pictures of Bray.
yeah,
And I gotta send them off. Then he's sending pictures. And like we
yeah.
were here for 15 minutes waiting to start the
Just
show, but like
just getting
we
prep.
still don't have enough pictures.
We
You
don't.
know what I'm saying? It's
So
wild. Wild
so
business.
wild. Now Sean Ross Sapp was given the okay by the family to reveal the cause. So just so you know, uh, as you see COVID that exacerbated heart issues, which there were rumors floating around that he had been dealing with a heart situation, a medical situation that was the reason he was taken off TV. Um, which sucks. Like he returned, had one match with LA Knight,
Yep.
the pitch black match, and he disappeared. And there was rumors he was going to be either facing Bobby Lashley or Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, but I
Yeah.
guess developing COVID, which exacerbated those injuries, led to a heart attack, which is extremely sad. So if people think COVID is gone, it's not. So please be safe
I'm
out
not even
there.
gonna lie to you. I definitely did.
Yeah.
I definitely did.
Yeah. They did say this is one of those things where it is going to become part of our normal lives. It's never going away. So as always, get your shots, get treated. Don't play around. Don't go to work sick, please. Don't be getting other people sick, because you never know what might happen. But it really it sucks all the air out of the world right now that a talented young man like Bray Wyatt is now no longer with us. But I appreciated the things he did. Like, let me tell
Oh,
you, when
absolutely.
tell you entertaining moments, like the very first Firefly Funhouse and the
Man.
lead up. First of all, what was that? So it's something you don't
Yeah.
see.
And
You
because
don't
that happened during the pandemic era.
pandemic. Yeah, so you never would have imagined something like that happening, and him coming with this brand new character. I do remember us going to SmackDown one time, and I think he wrestled The Miz, or he was messing with Daniel Bryan during the time. But
Yeah.
such a great character.
Yeah.
I just got
Like
see perfect example. Just got over COVID, had the blood disorder.
you
See,
know,
well, it's good that you're still with us, Edwin. And
yeah.
again, I hope for the best. I hope you're feeling better, because it's rough. That's rough.
Yeah, bro. Look, I'm not trying to make this a super sad show, but
Yeah,
look, COVID is real. My favorite uncle passed away on my birthday
yeah,
in
yeah,
2020
yeah,
from COVID. And
yeah.
it like that I didn't know it was real until then. I thought it was
Yes,
BS. And then once that happened, I was shook up.
yeah. There's
You know.
you're very young. I've known a few people that have passed away from COVID, and it's a sad thing. You just never know. Um, like it came and it's here, so just be protected out there. That's what I say, and
Yeah.
appreciate every day that you're on this earth. That's another thing, because you never know. Or Sarah from Tough Enough, when she passed away suddenly too. Um, which your friend, I can't think of his name, which I hate that he
He's
was part of, but he was teamed up with Buddy Murphy.
Buddy Murphy.
Yeah, his former teammate that was in NXT.
Oh my God.
Blake Wesley
Yeah,
Blake.
Blake was it? His wife passed.
Yes, his wife
Yeah, it was
passed
his wife
suddenly.
that passed. Yeah,
Yes, very sad. Very
Wesley
sad.
Blake. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
Wesley Blake. So
Yeah,
again, it
it's
sucks.
rough out
Just
here, man.
it sucks when people die young, especially. Uh,
So here we
so
go.
yeah,
Hold on,
show your
I like
love
this right
and
here. I think what I love most about Bray Wyatt was he was not afraid to stand out and be
mm-hmm.
different. True. He took a chance one night on the microphone and went over his time and totally ignored creative. The only thing I would say, I don't know if he ignored creative because they don't let you do but
They
so much.
don't let you do it, but if they see that you're doing something that works, they trust it. Like
Because they will cut the mic off on
they
you.
will, they
You
have.
can't
So
go but so far. You
um,
can't go but so far off script before they start cutting mics.
but very much
I know. You know what? And I'm glad we got this because a lot of people think that like WWE creative is terrible, bro.
yeah,
We've gotten some of the absolute best stuff out of creative.
yes,
Like everything good. It's not like everything good that happened is like is just the wrestlers and everything bad is
yeah,
like sometimes you know there's it's half and half.
yeah,
Sometimes Vince has really good ideas and sometimes they're trash.
yeah.
And when they're trash, he's just going to come back like even if it's not.
It's Vince. I mean,
Yeah.
but just as much good things he's given not so good things. It's part of the game. So you just kind of have to be okay with that, especially because it's his business. He can do what he does because he runs it. So I can't be mad at that. It's like Triple H described it like everybody has their own favorite ice cream. Some people like Rocky Road.
Oh my
Other
god.
people like bananas. Like it's literally ice cream. It's just Vince's version.
Ironically, it's funny. Like what's
Yeah.
funny about you saying that is everybody that I wrestle with
Mm-hmm.
has dealt with Tom Pritchard.
Uh-huh.
And Tom Pritchard's biggest thing is, hey, that's just my flavor of ice cream. So
Yes.
every single day that I do something with wrestling, somebody says something about a flavor of ice cream. I am so tired of that phrase. We use it like 4 times a day at practice, bro.
Yeah.
I get it. No, I know you didn't know. But like every
Yeah.
time I hear somebody say, it's just flavors of ice cream. That's just what happens.
Gotcha.
You know,
That's funny.
it's all good, man. And yeah, there we go. Creative hit a home run with Sammy. That's the only thing I'm gonna let you say about Sammy today, Edwin, because I already know where you're going with this. I know where you're going with your Sammy talk, so we're not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I can't even tell y'all because it ain't that kind of show.
Okay.
So I mean, oh, and you know what? I gotta throw one more out there, man. Was it earlier this week? Earlier this week, man. Now, this is on the indie level.
Yeah.
On the indie level. The first brother I wrestled this year, my very first wrestling match of the year was against my man, Mr. Excellent. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Daniel Fritz. He passed away earlier this week. Actually, he passed away over the weekend. And that like I had just met him in January. We wrestled, you know what I'm saying? We had a good match, did what we did. I made a tribute video to him that's on my Facebook.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just man, it's wild out here.
Hey,
And
man.
we apologize, for the sadness, but this is what happened.
It's
Everybody
real.
knows anybody. Like my phone is blowing up because people they're tagging me in this. They're sending us the messages. Everybody knows,
Yeah.
But even though Bray passed, I still stand by what I said that they booked the Fiend in the corner.
They did.
When they had him versus Seth Rollins in that, what was it, Hell in a Cell?
Yeah, it's the Hell in a Cell
Saudi
match.
Arabia. When they just called the match and nobody got pinned, like that was terrible.
They booked themselves in the corner, or having them lose to Goldberg first. Like,
oh yeah,
that was not a good choice. Like, it's like, come on now.
Yeah, but he beat Cena.
He did beat Cena.
But he beat Cena.
He did. So he got that at least. So again, rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. I know I imagine WWE is going to do something
Oh,
for this,
absolutely.
and there's no question because he was still under contract and contracted talent and main event talent, so probably expect SmackDown to be changed around
I
specifically for
wouldn't be
him.
surprised if they did Friday and Monday.
Yeah, you're right. I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see that.
bro. There's so much we could do a whole show just on Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt.
Mm-hmm.
We could. And I don't know about you, but I mean, we had other things to talk about. You said
Yeah.
we'll go through with it because this weekend is supposed to be the biggest weekend in wrestling history.
In wrestling history,
It's supposed to be. Before we even get into that, because I would like to change. I would like to change. I'd like to transition from one place to the next. And our first thing I want to do is ask you, DB. I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you feel that WWE All In, I said WWE, AEW All In is going to be the biggest wrestling show of all time?
People wise.
So that begs the question. If it's the biggest crowd in history, does that make it the biggest show? And if it doesn't, why not? See. So here we go. I asked you the question. Here comes. Bryant says, "Why? Hell no. If it's sold the most tickets ever, is it the biggest show? How do we know it's a whack show? We haven't seen the show yet. I mean, answer truthfully.
It will be the biggest show.
We're glad to.
On record. That's what it will be. It will be the big show on record.
Okay.
Will it be the best show? Probably not. But it will be the biggest show on record.
It will. Yeah. So, look. When it's all said and done, I am a WWE purist. I love WWE.
Yes, I agree.
That's like, I don't hate on AEW because I like WWE more.
Yeah.
I feel like it may be a slight exaggeration that they're saying it's the biggest wrestling show of all time.
It's very much it's marketing. Yeah.
But are they wrong? Because if you're an artist, if you're a musical artist and you have a concert somewhere and you sell more tickets for that one concert than anybody has ever sold ever before, is that the biggest concert of all time? Because if it is, then you can say that this show is the biggest wrestling show of all time. Mm-hmm. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know what? Bryant says Tony Khan will kick out money just to say he outdone WWE.
Yes, that's another thing
too. And there's a lot of talk about inflation of numbers and all that stuff.
Because you also have to think too, they count employees in those numbers all the time.
Absolutely.
So,
you think WWE don't do that?
No, but they all do. That's the thing, they all do. Everybody does. All sports teams and stuff, when they're talking about occupancy and the number of people are there, they're talking literally every person in the building.
I'm gonna tell you what I absolutely do not believe. I don't believe what Bryant just said, that TK bought a lot of tickets and the hard cam will slip and show half the stage empty. That is absolutely false.
You cannot,
because
this is Wembley.
As one, because it's Wembley. Two, because AEW, this is their first show out of the country.
Yes, first show out of the country, and then not to mention they market well to their fans, and they haven't done a big show in UK in a long time, so people are just going to go there on principle because it's like one of the first big shows they've done.
It's just It's American wrestling in general. Yes. They're showing up.
Yeah, they're going to show up just because of what that is, of the implications.
Here's this. Edwin says, if the Migos sell more albums than Stankonia, it doesn't make it better. Man, no. It'll sell some tickets, but it won't be a better show. Okay, but if let's say the Migos have a self-titled album and that album sells more than another album, you could say that album is bigger,
Mm-hmm.
And we're not asking the question, will this be bigger or better? Because we won't know if it's better until after the show. The question is it bigger? Is it the biggest? Yes. Like the more numbers, I mean, what they say, like don't what's some people's favorite line? Facts
Mm-hmm.
don't care about feelings. It's not about how you feel about
Yeah.
stuff. What's the
Yeah.
fact?
Yeah.
What's the fact? Like if I think the Speaker Box of Love Below is one of the greatest albums of all time.
I highly agree with
But if
that
they only
statement.
sold like 1 million and Lil Yachty sells 4 million and I can't stand Lil Yachty, the album's bigger.
Oh yeah, like
Maybe
for one
better,
thing,
maybe not, but it sold more. It's more successful.
I was listening to a show today. They were just talking about how Michael Jackson's Thriller album, it didn't win the Grammy that year it came out, or that the Thriller music video lost to "You Might Think" from the Cars at the very first VMAs for best video. Like, think about that.
Yeah.
Like,
And let's
this
get
is
Thriller. Let's get away from music because
Oh
it's
yeah,
not a music podcast.
yeah. But this is just an
Don't be
example
trying
of
to don't
contrast.
try to move the goalposts
Yeah,
to not answer the question. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
yeah.
Is it a bigger show? Is it a bigger show? If Lucha Underground sells 100,000 tickets for something, you know what I'm saying, and nobody's ever sold 100,000 tickets for a show, then it's a bigger show.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if every match sucks, it doesn't matter. They still
doesn't
sold
matter,
100,000 tickets.
They did. So no one can take that away from them, and they did that. So
Yeah. With that said, let's get into some predictions.
let's do it.
Let's get into some predictions. All right. I hope I have all the matches because I went as at once the Bray news jumped, I stopped checking for match cards, but
Right.
I have a good amount. So let's start with I'm gonna start at the bottom of what I have. Bam. AEW World Trios Championship. The Acclaimed, because everybody loves the Acclaimed. That's what the word is, are challenging the House of Black for the AEW World Trios Championship. And Billy Gunn just came back.
He came back. He's a badass right now.
He is badass Billy Gunn. He's always been badass Billy
He's
Gunn.
always been.
He's badass in back Billy Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So who is going to win this match?
Well, as always, everybody loves the Acclaimed. And for the biggest show of the year, they're going to want to send fans home happy. So I'm going to put the Acclaimed on that one.
Acclaimed as the winners. I can see that because I think the fans are going to go back happy regardless, but people want a scissor.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you know what I was really thinking? I was really thinking Billy Gunn turns on the Acclaim.
That's also a thought, and I was also thinking that same thought too. So I'd leave that up in the air. Maybe it might happen.
Yeah, but right now I'm going for the win.
Okay,
we're going for the win. Acclaim for the win.
Acclaimed.
The Acclaim. Let us jump into the women's action. We've got Saraya. How you say it?
Yeah, Saraya.
Saraya versus Britt Baker, DMD versus Toni Storm versus Hikaru Shida in a 4-way match for the AEW Women's World Championship. Who do you have winning the match? Or do you want me to go first?
You go first this time.
I'll go first. Hikaru Shida retains. And if she doesn't, this is a slap in the face because this is her first defense since she regained the title.
The winner of the match is to the right there.
Well, you talking about Tony or Britt Baker?
No, it's Britt Baker, DMD.
Britt Baker, DMD.
After we talk a few about these matches, I'm going to tell you why I picked the winners that I picked. So let's get through those.
Well, let me ask this question before you continue.
Yeah.
Have you been keeping up to date with AEW?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so you know more than me. So
I've been plugged in, even though I've fallen asleep mainly on Dynamite nights after a certain point. But there's usually reasons why.
All right. Up next, we have Darby out. Now this is interesting because It's Darby Allin and Sting versus Swerve Strickland and AR Fox in a coffin match. But
Yeah.
on Wednesday, they fired AR Fox from what is it called? Something
The mogul affiliates.
the mogul affiliates. AR Fox just got fired. So did they replace him in the match?
I'm pretty sure they did. I completely forgot about that happened. But that's also the problem with All Elite is you're building it up to your biggest show ever, and then you do a twist. The
That's
show
a
before,
very
it's like
awkward place to do a
you weren't.
twist.
Yeah, we kind of weren't thinking long term there, and I get it. It's tough to book a show, but that wouldn't have been the smartest time to do something like that.
Well, like I have a big issue with the build-up, but
Yeah.
we'll talk about that after we go.
Well, again, like when we get through, then we can really talk about that. Let me look a little, and I'll come back. We'll come back to it.
Omar said he was replaced with Christian Cage.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes, he was. Okay, that makes. I forgot about that. Yeah, Christian Cage. Number one, he cut another Dead Dad promo to Nick Wayne.
Christian Cage is
Oof.
magnificent.
He is.
I have to go back and rewatch every one of his promos because I don't see them live. I gotta go back and like this stuff is, bro. This is Christian Cage is cutting the oxtail gravy of promos in Jamaican food because this is amazing. This oxtail gravy.
He's cooking,
bro. I'm gonna look that up as soon as we finish the show.
Look at that promo, like it was amazing. But yeah, it's Christian Cage. Thank you, Omar.
So who are we going for in this match?
Honestly, Coffin. I think you got the Stinger in a match in Wembley. They're gonna have the Stinger win. So,
you know what? Just because they switch the team, I'm definitely going Sting and Darby.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Stinger. So that.
All right, let's see. Let's go up one. Next match, we have a trios match with Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, and Kota Ibushi, aka the Golden Lovers, and Kota and Hangman Page versus Bullet Club Gold. Konosuke. Wait. Is Takeshita in Bullet Club now?
He's just teamed with them.
Okay, all right.
He's not in Bullet Club.
Takeshita, Jay White, and Juice Robinson.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I'm going to go off the wall. I think this will be the match where the good guys lose. I think Jay White's going to get the win here because, of course, he's UK.
Well, you know he's from New Zealand.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's from New Zealand.
He's a Kiwi?
Yes. Actually, it's funny because I think one of his first finishes was called Kiwi something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you say
he's from New Zealand, bro.
Oh, if that's the case, then no, I still think I'm still putting Bullet Club as the winners for that one because I think they have a clear plan. Tony has very few clear plans, but he has his favorites, and Jay White clearly is being set up as one of the main guys. So.
Okay. I haven't seen any build up at all for this.
Oh, this had the worst build up because they had a one-on-one interview with Kenny and JR, and then they all came and beat him up, and JR was just kind of standing there like, uh-oh. And they were cutting back to him.
What do you want JR to do? I'm just saying, you said that like JR got the
No, I understand. It's just like
you said that like JR is known for knocking muff out.
No, but they made it awkward by cutting back to him looking at Kenny Omega getting his ass beat. Like, it was the most awkward beatdown I've ever seen. It's like it's very AEW. You have to watch it.
Very AEW.
Well, I'm first of all, I'm angry because Kenny Omega should have been in the main event of the biggest show of AEW history because he is the biggest star AEW has. But again, we'll get to that conversation at the end of this because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen and why with this show.
Okay, so next up we have the Ring of Honor television champion, the body of Sweet Tooth, Samoa Joe, versus the real world champion, CM Punk. This would be extremely interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Punk wins. That's my verdict.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Punker wins. It's going to be a great match. Probably going to be one of the match of the night candidates. Him and Joe had some battles in the ROH days.
Omar says this has one of the worst buildups. Is the story of this entire pay per view.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, really. Also, that's the other half to the only to the real biggest main event that AEW had, because I'm a firm believer that the ideal match, if AEW wants a match that can be their biggest of all time, it would be CM Punk versus Kenny Omega for the AEW World Title. That's your biggest possible main event that you could do that's not on the WWE show.
Right.
And due to everything that's happened, because of Brawl Out, or it's not going to happen, and it's stupid because it's not Punk's fault. Yeah, it is Punk's fault, but it's not Punk's fault wherein he wants to do business. CM Punk comes from the old days where so many of the dudes that hated each other, literally hated each other, would still go out there and do some business together.
Yes.
And that's what you do in the wrestling business.
But exactly. You don't have to be buddy with every person that you work with.
But even more, if you have something like that happens, one of the most talked about stories in wrestling history, you could make stupid money promoting that match. If Tony Khan would have announced that match, he could have sold Wembley on that match alone. And I guarantee it would have made up for that terrible build. It would have made up for everything. If you would have had just one promo, Kenny Omega comes out on Collision or Punk comes out at Dynamite and challenges Kenny Omega, it will be the highest watched segment and it would sell the biggest pay-per-view of all time instantly. And I stand by that and that's another person who's had a terrible build in his own company, and that's Kenny Omega. It does not make sense. It does not make sense.
Well, I mean, the whole way the show was just they dropped the show without a single match. Yes. They didn't announce a match for this show for a month.
It was 2 weeks out when they first started. I mean, the only match you really knew was Cole and
MJF.
But what are we doing? All right, but speaking of which, CM Punk, real world champion, he wins that match.
Yeah, that's what I have too. This next match probably won't be match of the night, but I expect some of the biggest reactions. And this is Chris Jericho versus Will Ospreay.
Let me tell you, I say this every time. One thing about G Money, he sees it. He sees it before a lot of us do. G Money has been talking about Will Ospreay and Ricochet for years. Yes, he's told, and we have the episodes to
even Kenny Omega.
Even Kenny Omega.
I was talking about Kenny Omega.
You were talking
before AEW was a thought.
I understood Kenny especially after I saw the match with Okada. That made sense. After that, I was like, okay, I see it with this guy. He needs to go to the E, but he's playing. But I didn't see it in Will Ospreay, and it took a bit. And believe me, it took a bit. His work, and I didn't always credit his work. I said he has got great work, but he's missing.
I saw the talent.
He saw the talent.
With all the flips and all that, I saw the talent.
I was like,
I saw what he could be.
I said he needs one more thing to take it to the edge, and he's not there yet. But this last year alone, this last few years, Will Ospreay is one of the top main eventers in the world right now. Without question, and he has slowed down his style, but he's made it amazing.
And it has made so much sense. Change the style just enough
to where it's main eventer. It's main event level wrestling. He is one of the top stars. You need,
just on principle,
you need to watch the contract signing from last night. That is probably one of the best encounters AEW has ever had, bar none, on television. It was amazing. That's when AEW is bad, it's bad, but when it's good,
That's
It's
great.
good. It's great. Like, and I'm talking even Chris Jericho rose to the occasion. This is the Jericho he showed up for that promo because they got real. With Ospreay talked about, he's like, I have beat Okada, I beat Kenny Omega in the span of he said I beat them all in 2 months, and now I'm gonna
And,
beat Chris Jericho too. And it's
and you
like,
know what? It took like a guy like me that used to watch
mm-hmm,
New Japan religiously.
mm-hmm,
Okada and Will Ospreay used to get his ass beat
mm-hmm,
by Okada religiously,
mm-hmm.
and then like it's like every match he just get a little bit closer and a little bit closer and a little bit closer, and they were in the same. They were in the same. They were in the same faction.
Yeah,
Chaos.
yeah, chaos.
They were in the same faction. So like guys like me that know the come up, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's just it's
It's like
beautiful.
I see it sometimes, but it was tough. I'm not gonna lie, it's tough because I'm not. I'm the type you need to have the full character. I don't think a pro wrestler is just good at wrestling. You have to be good at a lot of things to be like complete. And Will Ospreay, he learned how to talk, and let me tell you, he knows how to talk some shit.
Yes, he
And
does.
bruv, when he calls someone
Bruv.
bruv, sold sold me. You sold
Hey,
me. You
bruv.
sold me.
Yeah.
No, but he talked about 20 years he's been at it, and he's talking about like he's like I got a wife and I got a stepson and I gotta buy a house. Like he's talking about why this is the most important match in history for him. Yeah, he's working at Indy the next
Bro.
night because he has to make money to. He's like I need this win. He said that, and Jericho flipped it. He's like my whole career I've been a part of WrestleMania. I've been a part of New Japan. I've competed at everyone, and everyone's trying to knock me down off that pedestal. I am the top wrestler of all time, and I need this win. Like, and then they got into a fight, and it was
And then
intense.
and you know what, and not to take away from any of that,
Nah.
they played the wrong music for him.
What? What?
I saw Will Ospreay say something about production, like they
Mm-hmm.
played the wrong music when he came out,
Yeah.
which is that is terrible.
Yeah. Well,
That
AEW sound sucks to begin with because you can
is
barely hear their music anyway.
yeah. That's
But that I would tell you if
I
it
was
had.
so I didn't hear the tin, 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 like that. Y'all didn't play that? What did y'all play?
Mhm. Something
What did y'all
random.
play?
Something random.
Yeah,
But
that's
but
trash.
watch that contract signing. If
I absolutely will.
any match that has had minimal build but is excelling, it's that one. Like that one sold me for that match. Watching that promo last night, I was like, oh no, I want to see this. Already wanted to see that because I've been liking Ospreay. I feel like Jericho, he's in a weird spot with AEW where they just let him do what he wants, and it's both annoying but when Jericho's good, Jericho's good. And this match is going to be good because he has to rise to his gauge. He even brought up, he's like, remember? He said, remember when I gave you a call after you injured yourself and I told you to slow down so you can live your life? Because remember I told you that. I told you that years ago because we were supposed to face before COVID hit. Like, because they did have an actual match that they were supposed to do, and then COVID hit and it got canceled.
Mm.
So this is the match that they've been planning to do for years. But he's like, remember? He said, so you're gonna thank me. Like you should thank me for what you have. Like Jericho,
So
like
it's a shoot.
it gets real.
All right. Next is a bunch of mother versus another bunch of mother. We've got the Blackpool Combat Club along with Proud and Powerful,
Just returned.
Santina and Ortiz. But for those that don't know, we've got Claudio Castagnoli, who is the Ring of Honor World Champion, along with John Moxley and Wheeler, Utah, along with Santana and Ortiz, and they'll be taking on the team of the best friends, who is Trent. Does he even go by Beretta? Is it just Trent now? I
Mm,
don't know. Trent Beretta, Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy, Eddie Kingston, and Penta El Cerro Miedo.
so there's a lot of stories going on with this match.
There's a crap load
There's a
in this
crap
one.
ton. Blackpool, they're the mega heels now, and they've been feuding with the best friends, and now the Penta got thrown in the mix. Now this is a big one. Santana and Ortiz just returned for the first
Yep,
time in
I
a
saw
while.
that.
Santana got injured, but there's also been lots of rumors that they aren't really talking. They're not really rocking it with each other. And today I actually looked on Twitter, and I can tell you it's most likely because of Santana. Because
Mhm.
Santana only posted stuff about himself. He's wearing a shirt with just his name on it. Like I think they said the rumors is Santana wants to branch out, but Ortiz doesn't. Like Ortiz shared all the pictures, like their old pictures of them. But Santana, I guess he's ready to go on his own. Um, so I don't know what's going to happen from here after that, but they didn't even really look at each other when they were out there, so it's kind of awkward. Um,
You know what really messed me up yesterday that I didn't realize until I had to watch it like 4 times.
yeah,
Who has the shades? Is it Santana or is it
yeah,
Ortiz?
that's Santana.
Bruh, they had Twitter
Bo
or
Dallas,
not Twitter. X had me thinking that was Bo
Bo
Dallas.
Dallas, yeah.
Bro, I
Was,
was I was like, and I said to myself, ain't no way. And I watched it 4 times and I was like,
it looked just like him. Yeah, it did.
are we Bo leaving?
It did. It
I
did
just
look like
couldn't.
him.
Yo.
Yeah, and there was these rumors that Harry was talking about here. Yeah,
Yes, I saw
that
where Ray Phoenix had visa issues, which is why he got hit with the hammer. On
Yeah,
down.
they said that he's trying to, like, he's actually trying to get a citizenship, and that's massively delayed. Which I have heard about that. Like, a lot of people have been having issues and like getting passports and things. So he's been in the process. So they had to take him out of the match, um, which sucks. But at least they have replacements there and stuff. So
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, who you choosing?
who do we pick?
Let's look at this again because
Um,
I absolutely have.
Orange
I got
Cassidy.
nothing
Orange
on
Cassidy
this.
is winning this match.
You going for okay.
Yeah,
Best
Orange.
friends Orange Cassidy and the
Yeah,
crew.
yeah, he's winning that.
Um well just to be different, I'll go Blackpool Combat Club.
Okay.
I've got no stock in this.
Okay.
I haven't been watching enough. And I've been meaning to, but we have practice on Wednesday, so I can't. Okay, now this one is gonna be crazy. At least I'm hoping it is. But it is 7-star FTR versus the Young Bucks for the AEW World Tag Team Championships.
Young Bucks are winning it.
You got the Young Bucks winning.
I got the Young Bucks winning.
You say that like you don't believe, like you don't want to say it. Like you're you're disgusted with the fact that you have to say this.
Yeah. Like I said, once we get to the end of our predictions, I'll tell you it's all related to the same thing. So
all right, okay. Well, maybe I'm a Carolina guy, man, not a California guy. So I'm going FTR. I'm going for the Carolina boys. Man.
All right.
Almost like the Hardy Boys, but not.
Say yeah.
So there was another match up here that I was going to do. So before, you know what? I'm gonna just throw it up there. This is going to be the main event, right? We already know JF versus Adam Cole. But here's the question: before this match happens, will they be the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions going against each other? Because they have to face the Aussie Open and the pre-show. So are they winning those? Are they going into the main event of the show as tag team champions?
I could see them doing it. Knowing Tony, I could see them doing it.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah, because they're facing the United Empire or Aussie Open. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna win it.
So Harry, Eddie's not worried about Moxley. He's worried about Claudio.
Yeah.
But I agree with you on this because I want to also see the kangaroo kick. Let me tell you, the only thing that I've seen on AEW are the segments with Adam Cole and JF.
So ridiculous.
And I will say I love all those segments.
I do.
I
I
love
do
them
too.
all.
I want to hate it, but I do love it.
I love them. These segments are so good. They are so good. Like
Even
I
Tony
could watch
Khan
a
wasn't
whole show
bad.
on just their segments.
Yeah, even Tony Khan wasn't bad on the last one. He popped up in
Yeah,
yelling at
exactly.
them.
Yes, bro. It's the subtle nuances. I love anytime they do a skit together. I love it. And I need anybody that watches AEW to understand. And excuse me for saying it like this, but shut the fuck up saying that this is not like WWE. They are officially one and the same. And it's been like that for a long time.
Hey, guess what?
AEW and WWE are the same motherfucking thing. They're the same thing. Those are pro wrestling. No, they're both sports entertainment. If AEW is pro wrestling, then WWE is pro wrestling. If WWE is sports entertainment, then AEW is sports entertainment. They are the same exact motherfucking thing. That's it. Period. End of story. You can't. Nobody can tell me different. I don't give a damn how much time on AEW Dynamite that actually wrestle. I could care less. They ain't got nothing to do with nothing. They're the same thing. The tribalism is ridiculous at this point. It's different characters doing the same shit.
Hey, G, I'm sorry. I have to correct you. They've been the same since day one.
You know what? Yeah.
They've been the same.
Bro, hold on. First off, Adrian, you're mad late.
Yeah, we talked about that first.
You're mad late. We started the show. No disrespect.
Yeah.
But we started the show talking about Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt. We know. We got that. Yeah. We went over that for the first 20 minutes.
Yes.
But now, but we're on right now is understanding that AEW and WWE is the same damn thing.
There's no difference.
Don't
even give me that it's better comedy. It is not. It's not. It's no different. So.
Yeah, like it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And then Omar says everyone is wondering when one of them is going to turn on the other. I'm calling the Ring of Honor tag team title matches when look, that honestly, if you want to swerve anybody, wait, hold on. First off, Omar, you are lying. Talking about you never see me animated. This animated? We used to practice all the time.
I was like, do you know?
Animated all the time.
Do you not know him?
I think he's just saying this to say like I'm extra animated.
Oh yeah.
And I am. But if you really could, everybody expects MJF to MJF. Everybody expects MJF to MJF.
Here's the thing: they've been hinting that Adam's going to do it, and
because Adam is just as bad.
He's been hinting.
He's just as bad, but not as bad.
But he's been hinting that he's going to do it, and he talked to Roddy Strong that he's going to play him early on with this, and then he just flipped out on Renee last night because she was like, can you explain all of this? Like, because at one point MJF was turned around, and he looked like he was going to super kick him. Then he turned around and he hugged him, and he got mad. But he got mad and looked at the camera. He said, "Look, he is really my friend. Stop causing issue."
I love it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I love that.
Yeah, I agree.
Look, I will give WWE. I'll give AEW credit.
Yeah,
because the Bloodline storyline is like best, top.
Yeah,
amazing, great. I love it. No matter what people say, who's got this or that, whatever. It is at its peak. It's the absolute best wrestling storyline ever. AEW is not. I'm not going to say they're not far behind as far as the story, but like I will say that this MJF, Adam Cole has been so entertaining. Like it's not. You're not going to catch a 3-year story. You're not.
No,
but what you can do is be as entertaining as possible, and at least I don't watch enough AEW. I can't speak on the rest of the card, the rest of the show. I can't even speak on Collision like that.
I can.
But as far as MJF and Adam Cole go, they are entertaining enough to me where it doesn't matter to me if the rest of the show is trash.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it is trash, but if it was, I wouldn't care because these segments are good enough for me.
Yeah, I mean, Collision has been probably one of the best shows. Like, Collision is AEW done correctly. Just by pacing, the commentary is much better. The matches are a lot better. They make sense. and they're not doing a whole bunch of stuff. Whereas Dynamite still feels like hodgepodge of, hey, throw everything at the wall.
And maybe that's kind of like, I think I've like unsoured on I think I've unsoured on AW because Collision is kind of like bringing me back there. Even though I think it's absolutely ridiculous that only half the roster wants to interact with I won't even say half the roster. It's like Team Punk, Team Elite. That's what it
Yes,
seems like.
that's literally what it is.
Because there's all these backstage issues about, oh, this person was called to the show, but when they got to the show, they couldn't do the show because blah 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 and all that.
Yeah.
I just hope, like, real talk, I really hope like this whole situation with Bray Wyatt, and I would say Terry Funk, but Bray Wyatt is young. He's a young man, or he was a young man. I hope this situation with Bray Wyatt like has these people look at each other and be like, bro,
It ain't that serious.
like, it's not that serious, dog.
Let's make some money. It's not that serious. Let's make some money.
Let's make these. Do it for the fans.
Yes.
Do it for the fans, bro. Like this is unnecessary BS. Unnecessary BS. And it's it's a pissing contest.
It really is.
Get over your shit and work together. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if God forbid something happens to any of the major players in AEW, they're all going to be, oh, should have. They'll have nothing but good things to say about the other party. Well, think about that now. Think about it now. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to like CM Punk to do a program with him. That'll probably make your match better. You don't have to like Kenny Omega to do a match with him. You ain't got to like the Young Bucks to do a match with him. You ain't got to. But you guys you could at least work together, man.
Yes.
You like AEW claims to be like this promotion that puts all these dream matches together. Well, then do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it. Prove the guys that don't want to watch you, that like, make the guys that don't want to watch you absolutely have to watch you because you're putting these types of matches on. Do it, man. Like, do it. That's all I'm saying. Like, please, like, and then it sucks. Anytime somebody passes away, that's when everybody like in the RWC chat, like we found out about Bray Wyatt, and now it's a love fest. Yeah. It's a love fest, and
everybody.
Man, this and that. And I'm not all super mushy like that. So I'm not all into that. And I understand the sentiment. But damn, like, what about last week when nobody was dying? You know what I'm saying? Like, we need this love in general.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta get outside of our own egos and all this BS, man. Especially these wrestlers, man. Bro, like, Lord knows I love wrestling to death. This is scripted fighting, dog. It's scripted fighting. I don't use the F word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is scripted fighting.
Yeah. And all because you got in a real fight. Now you don't want to.
Come on. Right.
Literally it's your business, bro.
Come on, bro. Let's be great.
Yeah.
Let's just be great.
Get this money.
And I'm proud of AEW, man.
Yeah.
Bro, that's why I asked the question, is this the biggest wrestling show of all time? Because did I want to believe it? Absolutely not.
No.
Like I said, I'm a WWE purist. I love wrestling.
They did it.
I love Royal Rumble. I love this. I love that. But if somebody could go outside the norm and do something huge, they did it once with the very first All In before it was AEW.
Yep, they did.
Now now as a company, you're in like one of the biggest stadiums of all time, and you've already sold over. They broke the WrestleMania 32 record.
They did.
Congratulations! How can you hate on that?
Yeah.
How can you hate on that? These are a bunch of guys that bet on themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, I know Tony Khan is rich, but so what?
So there's a lot of rich.
There's a lot of stupidly rich people that won't take a chance like this.
Yes.
There's a lot of them. Like, it's not like there's just 10 fucking billionaires. There's a whole lot.
Exactly. There's a tons.
There's a whole lot of them, man. So yes, I think this is huge for AEW. They deserve their props. Even, you know what I'm saying, regardless how the show turns out. Even if by everybody's standards it's a bad show, they still won. Like 80,000 tickets, 80 some odd thousand tickets sold, bro. Look, I don't give a damn if Dave Meltzer just decides, you know what, every match is 1 star.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like,
Nobody
you
gets.
need his
Hey,
ratings.
guess what? Real people don't respect those anyway. Like,
Bro, we don't even pay attention to this.
yeah, no.
I'm like, come on, dog. What's really good? Let's see. Let's see. If ever an event match had a chance to legitimately sell 100,000 tickets, it would have been all in. Do you see what I'm talking about? Omar knows exactly, bro. Think about that main event. The
I
main
wanted
event
to.
all in be the Elite versus CMFTR. Are you fucking kidding me?
Again, I do think that's a great match, but again, your big match that would have sold it was, I told you, Kenny Omega versus
I mean,
CM Punk for the world title. That would have sold that event, and
true.
then
But
it,
like just to have all that star power in
yeah,
one match.
yeah. I
In
mean,
one
see here, if they were smart, because there's a pay per view the week later, you have to think of a big match to sell that one instantly. That's when you do that match. Is the following pay per view at All Out.
Yeah, well, but then again, you could do it this way with the match that he said, Elite versus CMFTR, and then the following All Out. Then you have Omega versus Punk, whatever, because of the
Yeah,
fallout from that first fight.
you
Or
could
you
set
could
it
do
up
it the
that
other way
way,
around. Either way,
but that's their biggest
the
main
story
event.
writes itself. All
Yeah,
I'm saying is, but before we continue, because I know I went off on a rant telling people
yeah,
that they need to get over their bullshit.
yeah.
Who is going to win this mother loving match? Who's going to win? Who is going to win MJF versus Adam Cole for the AEW World Championships?
Ugh.
Who?
Honestly, this is the only match where I am split. I don't know who's going to win this one. I really don't. And I'm surprised it is the official main event. Like, I will tell you, I didn't expect this one to be that main event for this show. Um, this is tough because I think this would be the time to end MJF's reign. Um, and then you could probably set up CM Punk versus Adam Cole for the undisputed title. Like I could see them doing that. So or hmm,
I mean, MJF doesn't have a problem with CM Punk.
he doesn't. But I could see. I'm just trying to think how Tony would think. So because Adam Cole had a chance of not coming back, he also got had like a concussion or something.
Yeah, he had health issues too.
Yes, I'm going with Adam Cole to win this match. And then also because he was one of the biggest ones to switch over from WWE to join AEW because of being with Britt, and they were not seeing each other on the road, so of course he wanted to be close. Plus, a lot of the wrestlers are his friends at AEW. It's just how it is. A lot of them came up in ROH together. He was also Bullet Club member, so I'm going with Adam Cole.
So I'm going Adam Cole for like a similar reason.
Yeah.
Just because CM Punk and Adam Cole hasn't been done in AEW
Yes.
yet. That's the reason why I'm going for it.
Yes.
And like CM Punk and MJF have already had a trilogy.
They have.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, even if you can rehash it and it can still be good, it can still be better. But there's nothing like those first time matches.
Yes. And first time for
even if it's first time in a different company.
Yeah.
First time matches make big money.
First time match for the undisputed title. Come on.
Exactly.
That writes itself.
Even if it's MJF, is still a big match. But I just feel like Adam Cole versus CM Punk. Adam Cole versus CM, and then to be like, I don't think I've seen a single MJF title defense. I know he's had some,
the
but
Four
I haven't
Pillars.
seen any.
You didn't watch the Four Pillars match?
No, I did not.
Okay, that was actually a great match, even though it had a lot happening. Let's see, he did the Four Pillars match. He's the one that beat Mox. Who else did he defend the title against? Yeah, that's it really. I don't feel like he's had a lot.
I heard he's only had like 3 or 4 defenses.
Yeah, only not many.
And that's another reason why, like, I can't, like, can we call this a great reign? He barely defended it.
I feel like this reign came way too late. For
And
one
that's another
thing,
thing.
like like number one, all the title reigns are all wonky with AEW. They should have at the end of the day. I don't think Jericho being the first champion really made a lot of sense. Even though they did it, it didn't make a lot of sense to make him the first champion. It's a
Right.
new company. They should have just went with the new guy. They should have gave it to Hangman to start, and then give it to an established talent, or even freaking give it to Kenny Omega to start. Like it, they did a lot of missteps in the beginning, and then they had the chance to come out of that many times, and they would not go the right route. So I don't think anybody's had a great title reign with the AEW title. Like no one has had a great title reign. Like you could say Mox, kinda, but even then, it's just
Like to me, it's out of Mox and Kenny. You know.
maybe Kenny. Maybe Kenny
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
had the best
Kenny.
title
Kenny for
reign.
sure, because like
He was heel.
he
He
had he had
also
everything.
he had
He
all the
had all the belts,
belts.
not just that belt. Like that's like if there's any world championship that I reign that I remember the most is Kenny Omega's, and it's not even because he had the belts, because he had all those
All
damn.
those belts. Yeah.
So it was just like, yeah, I remember that. I remember belt collector Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
You know.
And then him showing up on Impact.
But then, yeah, exactly. He was AEW champion, Impact World champion. Like, yes, I definitely remember that the most.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right, but no title reigns was done correctly so far. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
So nobody's choosing MJF, which means he might win.
You know how this
But then-
goes.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
were
Like
that so? So was that?
somebody's secretly watching the show.
So this was all the matches, right?
Yes. If that, I think we did 8. I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
a long freaking show.
Yeah. That's gonna be that's well, yeah, I got another issue. Super long. That's gonna be like a 5-hour show. It's crazy because I got to wrestle on Saturday, and I'm willing to bet from the time our show starts to the time their show starts, I'll probably get home and still have 3 hours to watch.
But isn't it coming on Sunday?
Oh, is it?
I
I
thought
thought
it
it
was-
was Saturday.
I thought it was a
Hold
Sunday
on. Let's
show.
see. Oh,
Yeah.
it's Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
wait. It's 1 p.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the UK.
Excuse the out of me.
Yeah, UK time.
This might. All right. I forgot about that. Let's see. My man's Omar said, this MJF title reign seems like a sign of a new wrestling era. Just think of how many title defenses Reigns and Brock before him had in WWE. It's a new era.
No, it's been that era,
I-
bud. It's been
I
that
don't, I
way.
don't understand what you're saying, because
He's saying it like it's a new thing to do that, to not defend your title. No, that's not a new thing, bud.
to not defend the title.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, bro.
That's not a new thing. That's
Yeah.
it's old wrestling.
That's 2016 Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
2017. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's rough.
It was like that before.
You know what? Yeah, what'll be new? They defended like defending the title twice a month would be a new era.
Yeah.
That would be something, because like, now granted, I think if it wasn't for this SummerSlam match, like before that, Roman hadn't defended his title in 3 months, but
Yeah.
before that, he was defending it like every month.
Yes.
So because before this, let's see, it was SummerSlam. Before SummerSlam, the last time he defended it was WrestleMania, and then before that was Elimination Chamber, and then he did have the Royal Rumble, and like he was at least hitting one a month for a while,
Mhm.
but yeah, but I get it, because the storyline didn't call for title defenses,
Yes.
and I'm not mad at it, because we got some great TV.
Mhm.
Like I just showed, I saw the Uzi clip,
Ooh,
the Uzi clip, and I think it was it Nation of African American? No, it was
yeah.
Black Wrestling Fans, and I had to share it again, and I was like, man, it seems like that joint seemed like it was so long ago. This was back in February. It seemed like it was years ago.
Yeah.
Like that, like he's just not feeling Uzi right now.
He's
And
not
it's
feeling
like,
very juicy, and everybody breaking.
yes,
Cracking
everybody
up.
broke. That was like January. That was like before the Rumble or
Yes.
after the Rumble.
It was before the Rumble.
Yeah, the January of this year, yo. I mean, yeah, 7 months ago, but damn,
It feels like years.
bruh. And like we still into the storyline.
Yes,
And the
still
storyline been going on for 3 years.
3 years strong.
I think it officially hit 3 years last week.
Yeah.
So,
Now also I am seeing that Jack Perry is facing Hook. They've had the
oh
feud
yeah,
of
for the FTW. Wait, is that on the show?
it's supposed to be in the pre-show.
And Omar said, just saying there's a reason it's hard to remember a MJF title defense. Champions just aren't defending titles. You know what? Main champions are not.
They're not supposed
You
to.
know who is? Orange motherfucking Cassidy.
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy defended the hell out of that international championship.
It's the Intercontinental title. That's
Bro,
all it is.
That belt is the work. Like the TNT title doesn't get burned like that.
Well, that's how it's supposed to work though with the mid card. The mid card guy is supposed to be the workhorse. He's the guy.
Well,
that's
I
defending
mean,
his title.
but the TNT belt isn't getting defended like that.
No.
Like this is like it's to me. I thought it was AEW World Championship, TNT, and then International or whatever. But now it's like flip because to me, let me ask you this question: What makes a belt important? Is it the wrestler or is it the defenses? Like, is it the storyline around the wrestler or is it the how many times is defended?
The storyline around the wrestler.
So you can say now. I mean, I think we have examples of both. You know, what I'm saying?
Very much we do.
Yeah, because we've got the Roman Reigns 3-year joint. You know,
because the Universal title was cursed for many years.
Yeah,
until he won it and never got rid of it. Now
never got hurt. Yeah.
And now it's become the new WWE title. Like it's now the top title in the world. But it was cursed for a while.
Right.
So,
but you don't. So you don't feel. So how about this? Let me ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you feel is the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time?
Greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, you said?
Okay, all right. Let me not ask you something where you got to think so deep.
Yeah, that's
what made Bret Hart a better Intercontinental Champion than Ultimate Warrior?
Oh well, Bret Hart was the consummate wrestler. He was also the wrestler out of wrestlers, where everyone was still playing more of a character, but he was the straight mat technician. So the work became his character in a way because of how good he was.
So it wasn't his matches at all. It was just him.
No. It was his matches, yes, but that became his character, was the fact that he was such a good wrestler.
Okay. Hold on, because I missed 2 comments. Let's get to this. Omar says, I'm loving the Orange Cassidy International title reign. See, 100% the work. Well, he agrees with me. Let me say that. 100% the workhorse title.
I agree too.
Is going to start getting the feel of the 1980s Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's what it is. That's what it's
supposed to be. And
that's
like
what it became.
I feel like he took a title that was like meant to be nothing because he wasn't the first person to hold that.
No, that was
he
Pac.
made it feel like something.
Yeah, that was Pac.
You know what I'm saying? Because like they fought hard for that. And then Adrian says, after Miro, Cody, and Brody, I don't even know about the team.
You're right.
I mean,
you're right,
bro. I couldn't even tell you the last couple champions because I don't even remember who Scorpio Sky beat for it.
And he beat Sammy real quick. He beat Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, see, it's just
it is very hot potato.
Yeah, bro, they hot potato the hell out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't even remember. Like, remember when Warlow was like super hot with that shit?
It ruined him.
And then I don't even remember what happened.
Well, first he got robbed for real, and then had to lose the title to
Powerhouse.
Yeah. Okay. And then he lost it again, lost it back to him, and then he lost it one more time.
Yeah, that was super random.
Yeah.
And just like Adrian said, the Intercontinental title used to be the next guy up title. It sure did.
Yeah, you're supposed to grow with that one, or you're supposed to be the guy that is wrestling constantly, having the best matches. You're the again the workhorse. That is what those mid card titles are supposed to be. Those people,
That's
growing into
that's
stars.
almost like what the North American title is, the NXT.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Everybody that won
And
that,
then
they don't win the NXT title, but like they get elevated though.
yes, but look at Gunther. Like he's made the Intercontinental title what it was before. Same thing. It's just if the wrestling is the focus of your character, then you need to go all in on that aspect. Pun intended. And showcase that when making the work your character. Few people know how to really do that.
Let's see. He said, "Can we say Tony Khan is just a noob?" Respectfully, he's trying to learn, but sheesh. You know what the issue with Tony Khan is? I personally think, the issue with Tony Khan is he doesn't want to give up. He doesn't want to give up the book. He doesn't want to give up the book. He wants it to be his ideas that make everything go round. Like, if you've ever like seen what was it? It was like this. I can't remember. It was either an interview or something. But he used to play this fucking game back in the day that let him book wrestling shows or whatever. And
Yep.
I guess he had like a notebook or whatever it was the case may be. And I think that's why he doesn't want to give up the book. He wants to be the head of creative because he could easily. Oh, bro, look, you got Dustin Rose there. You got
Big Show.
you got Jerry Lynn there. You got
Dean
Show.
Malenko.
You got Dean Malenko.
Arn
You
Anderson.
got JR. You got Arn Anderson. You got all these guys.
Mark Henry.
Who there's people in AEW who've been wrestling longer or been in the business longer than Tony Khan, you or me have been alive.
Yes.
And he might listen to a little bit that they say, but he's not. You know what I'm saying?
Not when it comes to creative.
Honestly, this is the same issue that they're having in TNA with Billy Corgan. Same thing, because you got Dr. Tom Pritchard there.
Oh, NWA, you mean?
Yeah, NWA. You got Pat Kenny. You know what I'm saying? There's some Rodney Mack is there, Jazz is there. Like there's a lot of smart people there. Lots and lots of smart people there. But some people just choose. They'll probably take advice about other things, but when it comes to that book, they want the book.
And they want the credit.
Because
they want the book. And they want the credit.
You want to know what I personally feel like? Doom. I'm not even going to say doomed to AEW. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say this doomed it. But when I knew that Tony Khan would never give up the book? When somebody awarded him Booker of the Year.
Yep. Instantly.
The first time they did that, and it was a spiteful award. It's not Vince. Like we had to choose Vince forever. Or maybe they never had a Booker of the Year award.
I don't think they really
did it because AEW showed up. But giving him that, bro.
It's over. Over.
Yeah, blew his head up, bro.
Well, also the Elite and Cody could not come to a decision together well. Again, there was already a split that you could see. It was almost like there were two different TV shows happening. And then they say that he basically had to take back control because they would argue a lot. And so since then...
and that's probably the other... Tony Khan was probably in a position where he was like, all right, guys, you guys can book yourselves.
Yeah.
And I'll just do the rest. And then he probably noticed just because a professional wrestler is a professional wrestler doesn't mean they know how to book themselves.
There's two different sides. Things. Because wrestlers,
for all we know, they probably had the book.
They did.
And then he was like,
this ain't working. Y'all can't come to a decision. Y'all can't come to a decision. I will make a decision.
Give me that back.
Give me that back. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. No active wrestler. I said no active wrestler.
As I recall, when they first started, I could have sworn the rumor was that the Young Bucks were booking the tag team division. Was that not the case?
That was the case. And then Kenny was in charge of the female division.
Yes. So actually, that's actually what happened. For all we, Tony Khan probably said, I might have to take back what I said. Tony Khan probably saved it. He probably saved it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he ain't perfect.
Nobody.
No,
yeah.
there is no perfect booker. I have yet to meet one.
There's not.
And he may be scared of Punk. Maybe he is,
Well,
maybe he's not,
no,
but I don't know. But because he controls the pocketbook. That's all I know.
Here's the thing. I will tell you what happened here, because here is the thing about that. Again, I hate that we're having to bring this up, but brawl out or all out, the media scrum situation, you got to look at it from a business owner's perspective. You hire wrestlers to be your executive vice presidents. It is a management position, and they get in a fight with a talent. Like, that is like your managers of McDonald's beating up the 16-year-old employee that work in the fry line. Like, you can't do that if you're in a management position. So even though Punk said what he said, they could have suspended him, or he could Tony Khan could have did something. But they went in to confront him in his dressing room after he was already mad and caused an issue, a stir. CM Punk could have owned AEW if he decided to sue. Like, that's why he was afraid of Punk, because they were in.
What I'd like to know? How that situation would have went down if CM Punk if he wasn't already injured from the match. Because people forget that after all that crazy stuff, you never saw CM Punk again. He tore, I think, when he tear his tricep or his pec, I forgot. He tore something.
Tricep.
He tore something in the match with Jon Moxley. So he was gone regardless.
Yeah.
He was gone regardless.
And I feel like it was a situation where it was like, well, fuck it. I already knew.
Exactly. He's like, well,
let me let it loose and see what they do, because they've pissed me off and I'm injured. He's like, I'm old and I'm working with children. But the fact, regardless, yes, he said some things that were messed up, but they are in a management position. You do not do that, because guess what? If Punk really wanted to, he could have sued the pants off of every single one of them and would own the company. So yes, when the time came, Tony Khan's like, what do you want? What do we need to do to bring you back? And I will let you have a show and you tell me who's going to be on there. Just do not sue me.
Look at this question. Adrian asks, do you think he would have pulled that next to Vince? Though?
Hell no.
You want to know why? Because Vince wouldn't put anybody in that position. You see how they do the press conferences after the shows. That would have not have happened. Would they have had a chance to say something? Sure. Whatever. Now, granted, the reporter would have had to ask a different question, but no. But it
would have never happened. It would have never happened.
Regardless of that last 20-minute conversation, AEW is having the biggest wrestling show of all time.
Oh no. Okay, now that we went through all the stuff, here is.
Please. Because I forgot.
Since day one, AEW has told you who their biggest premier stars are going to be. Since day one, they were at that very first press conference. This is their victory lap show. Okay? So all the people that they told you were going to be their main stars are going to be the main stars of the show, because this is their crowning achievement moment. This is them doing the victory lap, and they're all holding the cup after they just won the championship. This is what this show is. So yes, that is why the Young Bucks are winning. That is why Britt Baker is winning. That is why Adam Cole is probably going to win. Because these are the people that Tony Khan has told you day one are the stars.
You saying, so some of the day ones and Tony's biggest acquisitions are winning.
That's
why.
Guaranteed.
Because this match is supposed to be a love letter to the wrestling industry. Is that what you're saying? This show, AEW, All In is AEW's love letter to the wrestling industry.
This is called We Won. We did what we said we were gonna do, and we won.
See, and this is why I said, like when the other guys were on and they were like, they was talking about music and stuff. It doesn't matter how you feel about the promotion. If this if this secondary company sells more tickets for a wrestling event than anybody has ever done, how can you sit there and say that it's not the biggest? Like I said, I didn't want to believe it myself.
It is.
I've been to WrestleMania. I love it. I've been to I understand the atmosphere and all that good stuff. And yeah, blah blah blah, yakety smack. But if this is the biggest show, it's the biggest show. The biggest doesn't mean the best.
Yeah, no, not at all.
It's just if it's the biggest show, it's the biggest show.
And number one, what sounds better? What sounds better in marketing? We're in marketing, G. You know this.
Like there's nothing can top you saying, "Hey, look, we sold more tickets to a wrestling show than anybody ever."
Biggest show in history.
Fourth year.
Yes, and this is the victory lap, guys. This is what this is.
And I want to say this is a love letter to the wrestling industry. It's Tony Khan writing a love letter to Tony Khan. Same difference.
Yeah, same thing.
And Tony Khan's eyes, it's the same thing.
And here's the thing. This is why he re-signed the Elite, because it wouldn't have made sense. He would have lost it all if they left. Again, these are two guys who said they were the best tag team in the world. They pissed off half the industry because they wrestled any way that they did. They
bet on themselves.
They booked themselves well. They promoted themselves well. And now this is them winning. They won. They got the cushy schedule. They got to hire all of their family and not work and not have to travel all around the world. And they can work in the second biggest company in the world. And then it's just, this is the victory lap. So yes, the Young Bucks are beating FTR. If you don't like it, tell them to leave. Yes, Britt Baker is beating the three other women.
It's not going to be the Briscoes versus FTR, but they're going to win the match.
They're winning the match. And at the end of the night, I imagine that all the Elite will be at the last image that you see, and they're holding their arms up as if they just won a freaking Olympic gold medal. This is what this show is. It's the adulation that they've been begging for. As a wise man once said, "Tell me when I'm telling lies."
Right. So this is going to be if this show is just like wildly ridiculous,
it will be.
I feel like anything that happens on this show is par for the course. Anything, because I feel like once the show starts, once the door open, they already won.
They won.
Once that they open and people are coming in for their seats, you're already getting money. And then you still got to worry about walk-up sales, because there will be walk-up sales. They're probably gonna sell a couple thousand more seats, bro.
They won.
You gotta give AEW deserves their props,
and I can't be mad because they did
they deserve their props, regardless of how you feel about the content and the match. Trust me, everybody that I know, as a wrestler, as a pro wrestler, everybody has an opinion on AEW. Some of them are good, some of them are not. Some of them are striving to get there. Some of them are not. I guarantee you, if they call me tomorrow, you better believe I'm pro AEW.
He's gonna show up. I would show up if they say, "Hey, DB, you want a commentary gig or you want to write?" Yes, Mr. Nice to meet you, Mr. Khan.
I'm in there. And every show we have from now on, we're praising the hell out of him.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Khan.
Kind of, sort of.
How can I be of service?
What? Look,
they won.
So, but yeah, this is a win. This is a win. It's a win. And yes, he says Ospreay's going to win too. Look, Ospreay's probably the most. Ospreay's entrance.
Oh yeah. By the way, his contract expires.
Super loud, huh?
His contract expires in 6 months.
New Japan?
Yeah.
because he's not signed by AEW. Like, that's probably why they played the wrong music when he came out.
But no, he made sure to
He
say
might
that.
mess around and have a contract afterwards.
He made sure to say that during that interview though, and look directly at the camera. So there's another bidding war getting ready to happen, and we're going to see some changes. But the Elite is at least going to be with AEW for another 3 years, so we'll see what happens.
Yep, I'm just saying, bro. Like,
but either way, they won, guys. So
they won, bro.
It just accepted.
Just give them their props. You gotta like it. Just give them.
I'm giving their props to that, but I'm not. I don't have an expectation. Is
you
what
know,
I'm saying.
I didn't even realize all day. I have a CM Punk shirt on.
So
I've been wearing a CM Punk shirt all day long. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think I said I had CM Punk winning anyway. But yeah, bro. Even with all the flaws with the media scrums and all that, bro. Even with the TV ratings is, blah blah. They're not hitting 1 million. They're doing this. They're not doing that. Whatever. Like they are still. If you don't respect them for any other reason, respect them for the fact that because of them, let's just say roughly about 75 pro wrestlers have a legit paycheck every week.
Well, I would tell you this, AEW, if you're an AEW fan, if you work for AEW, say thank you to Vince McMahon for giving us terrible quality stuff for so long that they had to create an alternative that ended up working. Thank you. Thank Vince.
Omar
he did that.
Omar said, for real, before the first match even begins, AEW already won.
They did.
They outsold every wrestling show ever.
They did. And guess what? Unless
WWE down on G's opinion, it doesn't match the quality of the show. It's still the biggest show ever.
I still don't thank Cody either because
bigger than any WrestleMania ever.
Again, Cody basically
don't care about feelings.
Hey, Austin, Adrian. Well,
Adrian said, "Don't thank Cody."
No, you didn't watch the Cody documentary. Even he credits Vince McMahon for everything because Vince McMahon didn't see it in him. Again, all of Vince McMahon's terrible decision making is what created AEW. He even told him he even told Chris Jericho he didn't think they should have did it in September, and he was like, "That's a terrible month to sell." He tried to give him advice. It's Vince McMahon.
Bro, you can make, bro. These guys are AEW's proving they can make anything unpopular as far as sales. They can make it popular
because guess what? People eat that shit up. That's why.
Yes. Harry says, "I just wish the Omega White match came to fruition." There's still time.
Maybe at All Out, because again, they got a pay-per-view the week later.
What?
Yo, you didn't know that? You didn't know that?
What?
Yes, they have All Out like a week later.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that this whole time?
No.
Yes.
I had absolutely no idea.
They've already started announcing matches for it. It's a week later.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, September 3rd. A week later. You didn't know that?
Bro, I just like spent all this time talking about why AEW should be respected.
Now you're with me, G. Now you're with me again. Either way, they won.
And they got 2 pay-per-views within 7 days of each other?
Yes. That's why I was telling you about the match setup too, like why they should have did.
That is so ass backwards.
Yes, because at the end of the day, there's still AEW.
I'm laughing because apparently I'm the only person that didn't know that.
I'm surprised. Like that is crazy. The timing of that was amazing. Like, yes, they have All Out a
I got
week
tears
later.
in my eyes because I'm like, wait,
a
what?
week later. Yeah, so
All
far
Out
they
is September 2nd.
Yes, They have Miro versus Powerhouse Hobbs and Luchasaurus versus Darby Allin
And
for
you
the
know what? You know
TNT
what's
title.
crazy? When I was looking for the All In card, I saw some of those matches, but I ignored them because I was like, I thought that my dumbass thought that All Out was going to be on a Wednesday, just like how Fighter Fest is some.
No.
Oh man, he said All Out's going to be 90% All In rematches on the pay per view after.
Yeah. Terrible.
Oh crap!
No, not the same at all. But I see
It's
what
not equivalent to WrestleMania Night One to know.
they wish it was, but it's a week later. It don't make sense.
Bruh. Bruh, noobs. I don't be setting up reasons for matches, but I get it. Dog.
It's still AEW, everyone. So keep your expectations at a certain level. Again, that's why I told you.
You ever go to bat for something and realize like you just sounded like mad crazy? They still deserve props for what they're doing for All In.
They sold out.
They said nothing about All Out. They just they still deserve props for All In. Oh man, that's a clip. Oh man, that's hilarious. I have never heard of that.
Yeah. That's also what the debate's been about. It's like he hadn't announced a match with 2 weeks till the show, and then he's got another pay-per-view the week later. It's like,
bro, that's crazy.
What are we doing?
That is hilarious.
Oh, this is good.
Man, let me see. This says Tony be playing 2K WWE and reporting them folks and go. I'm hurt. Oh, speaking of that, today, matter of fact, AEW or Fight Forever is supposed to be dropping a new mode on their
Stampede,
which is like their version of free for all wrestling, like Warzone.
But here's the thing: everybody's already stopped playing the game.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have. They stopped playing the game. Like,
no, they haven't.
They have. They stopped. Everybody stopped playing that damn game. Like,
oh
my god!
Nah, son. Oh. Nah, bro.
They said that the drop in users of that game.
Nah, son.
Oh no! Show that clip. Yeah. Yeah. Adrian knows. Oh shit. Whew. Yeah. They stopped playing that game. Oh, they haven't made a patch. They haven't posted an update.
Nah, son.
Kenny Omega had been working on that game for like 5 years, and then he said, "All right, that's it."
Said it's on sale at Target for $20.
Oh, I've been seeing comments like, "Man, they are really not updated this game, are we?" They're like, "I paid full price." I said, "I was never gonna pay the full $60 on that damn game."
I don't believe any of y'all, bro.
Accusations. These are not accusations.
I don't believe y'all.
Oh, you just go look through Twitter. That's all I tell you. Look through Twitter.
I don't.
You raggedy bitch.
Oh, everybody stop playing that game. That creative player on there sucks too. Like they post somebody trying to create John Cena using theirs, and it looks so bad.
Yo, no, I saw the Roman Reigns.
They're awful, awful creative player. Even freaking N64 had better creative player than that game.
Bro, I'm not Google. He said, "Google it." I'm not Googling anything.
It's awful, man. That game was a terrible idea.
These are not accusations.
These are not accusations, sir. These are not accusations.
Nah, son.
Accusations. These are not accusations.
Nah, man.
Awful game.
Nah.
I'm still been waiting for it to be free on PlayStation Network before I download that second.
Yeah, I could tell from the way it looked that I wasn't getting it. I didn't even get 2K23.
Which that's crazy. That was great.
Yeah, that is completely out of character for me.
It is really
I
good.
knew I wouldn't have time to play it, and I was right. Because I haven't, the only thing I've turned my PlayStation on for the last couple months is to watch TV, is to watch Warrior on Max, Ahsoka, and whatever the hell else I'll be watching. Yeah, no. Bruh. Not Kenneth Reginald Omega the Fourth.
I just know one thing: Kenneth Omega better get to WWE before he gets too old. Like, I don't know why he's playing.
Oh man!
For one thing, Vince would push him to the moon just from how ridiculous he is.
Oh man, I'm so hurt. I am so hurt. Mm-hmm. This is hilarious. Look. I don't even feel like talking about the sponsors.
All right, yeah. But you know the deal.
Only thing I'm gonna say about the sponsor is that our sponsor has a chance to become the NWA heavyweight champion this weekend. EC3 versus Tyrus. We're not gonna talk a lot about that.
Yeah,
you know.
I think EC3 should win this one.
He better win this one.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for him not to. And Tyrus, he needs to just go back to Fox News. I'm over him.
Oh man, this is ridiculous. I'm just trying to think about you guys talking about this game and this pay-per-view a week after the pay-per-view, and
I am suffering.
Oh,
bruh. God dang it, bro.
He needs to retire, Harry. That's what I'm saying.
He said, do I think he's retiring?
He needs to.
If he's not,
man, the Funkasaurus actually had when he was had a person.
Damn, it was an N, not a C.
Yeah. When he actually had that, he had personality. Now he's just not a good guy. But whew. See, we just shattered everything G had about.
No, you ruined me. You ruined me. I was, bro. When I tell you, I was waving the AEW flag for like.
He was getting ready to post. He was getting ready to post a clip.
I was telling you guys about
you're about to see a poster like this. It's like G Money is all elite.
G Money is all elite. Well, now all I got is this, bro.
What are we trying to do?
You know me.
Part of the problem. You're part of the problem, Ian.
You don't know me. You don't know me.
That's how I feel. I felt like I was like,
where is she? Why is she?
Like, hey guys,
in fact, that's how you book.
That's what I was like. I was telling y'all about AJ. You know me. You know me. Then y'all said this. What y'all had to say is, you don't know me.
You don't know me.
You don't know me.
You're part of the problem. You made the problem.
Oh man, dog.
Yeah, they did. Yes.
And they only booked 3 matches for Sunday Kills last night.
Not many actually. It was like last week that they finally finished booking the show. Yeah, it was last week.
Nah, see,
but that was still like 2 weeks out from the actual show that was coming. So, yeah.
Nah, you know what? I got a plan, yo. Like this makes all the sense. I got a plan for how I'm going to deal with AEW in the future, man. Because
we need to figure that out.
He said, "What did he say? Make that women's title match
Amen. Strap the rocket on her. She is a star. I don't care what anybody got to say. You don't know what you're talking about. She is a star.
Oh man, like yeah. No, look.
Now, what's your plan though?
See, look, we got all in this Sunday and all out next week. Bruh.
A week later.
Nah, this so
And then